You know, I do think having a safe place to talk about it and release the pain and reprocess it. And I'll tell you what I think in a nutshell that reprocessing looks like, but it's a process that a person does if they have a safe place like a therapy environment to go to. Is, I'll say it this way, that when things happen to people that are traumatic, if we could just bury it and go on with our lives and have it not affect us, we would. But for most people, that's not possible, because when people are hurt by other people and they don't get rescued and they don't get a better reflection of themselves, like, you didn't deserve that and I'm taking you to safety, or that person, you know, has their own unhealed wounds that they acted out on you, it's not a reflection of you, what they did, blah, blah, blah. When people don't get that, they tend to internalize the negative messages that are being sent to them, whether it's overt or unconscious, like you're not worthy or you're not lovable or it's your fault that this happened, whatever we internalize. And we come to believe those things. They're not true. There's nobody who's born unlovable. There's no one who's born deserving of being abused or raped or neglected or starved or ostracized. No baby is born deserving any of that treatment. We learn these things from some of the dysfunction that's around us. And so part of the therapy process is undoing and helping us see the negative beliefs we took on about ourselves that really aren't true. And along with that, for most of us, if we've come to believe something that's untrue about us, that's negative, we develop certain coping mechanisms, certain defense structures to try to ward off some of the pain of that. So maybe a person becomes a people pleaser, or they become an addict to numb out the pain, or they become really depressed and they withdraw because they can't function, or they have a lot of anxiety and they're always trying to control everything to manage their anxiety, or they become highly aggressive as a way to defend themselves. These are all defenses against unhealed pain. And so the whole therapy process, and this is why I think therapy with a good therapist can be really, really helpful, is it just takes apart that whole structure of the negative beliefs that weren't true that we took on and the defense mechanisms that we adopted to try to survive. And we come to love ourselves in a different way when we take that structure apart with a safe person and a person who has some skills in helping us do that, so that we get back in touch with that original beautiful person we were born as. And that becomes our center more and more of where we come from in relationship to ourselves and to work and to our families and to other people and to our communities and to people in the world. It becomes a new center of operation where we have a choice to restrain some of those old defensive impulses and come from a place of our own healing. And I can tell you that I've worked with hundreds of people, and I've never seen anyone who's had the chance to do some healing. And of course, it can be a lifelong process. It's not like a one and done. But a person who's really had a chance to heal from some of the traumas that they've sustained, I've never seen anybody become more hateful, more violent, more unloving, more uncooperative, more unkind. It doesn't happen. When our hearts get opened and the layers of pain get peeled back, we just become more loving people. Perfect? No. But willing to take accountability for ourselves and make amends when necessary.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with the people that you love. I also created a community called Born in the Storm, where we can share a journey together. So click the link down in the description and join the movement.